Hey everyone, it's Terry from Waving My Wand, and I'm joining the Just Cards video hop again this month. And this month's theme is wedding or anniversary. So today I'm using the Maggie Holmes and Crepe Paper Flourish collection along with the Bloom collection. And what I'm making is a shaker card and kind of a modern, less traditional wedding card. But I've already done a little bit of assemblage today. I've started by scoring a top fold A2 sized piece of cardstock, white cardstock. And I've gone ahead and die cut this swan circle that's going to be the bottom layer for the scene for my shaker. And I didn't really have the right dimensions that I needed. So what I used was this 3.5 stitched die circle, and I had to trim it down just a little bit to get the dimensions that I needed, and I'll show you why that is. Lordy, I just about had it come apart. You know how when you're working on a project and something up and walks away and disappears? That would be this piece right here. This is the reason I needed to trim down my shaker circle, my scene. This is going to fit right on the top, but I'll get to that in just a bit. All right, so the first thing I want to do is go ahead and take this panel and adhere it to my cardstock. It's about 1/8 of an inch shorter in diameter than my A2 size card, so I'm going to use my Easy Runner, my Scrapbook Adhesives by 3L Grand Easy Runner, and I have the cartridge that is the permanent cartridge. This is the clear Ultra Strong. It's my favorite, and I do tend to be a little heavy-handed with the adhesive, only because I've had experiences where my paper or cardstock did not fully adhere, and we can't have that. So, all right, I've laid down this panel here, and this is the scene for our shaker. And here's a little stray piece of adhesive, comes right off. Next, I created a shaker panel, and I'm going real old school here. I'm not using any fancy shaker kit. Instead, I'm using foam circles and foam tape. And I've taken my circles, my foam circles, and I've actually just trimmed them in half, just like that, and formed a little semicircle around my acrylic sheet. I just can't talk today. What is going on? But yes, right here I have taken a piece of acetate, and I've die cut that at the same time that I die cut my my background scene. And I've already adhered that with some extreme tape here. So before I put this down, because I've already peeled off all of my foam tape and everything, it's ready to go. I didn't want to waste y'all's time just trying to peel all that off, so it's ready to go. And I'm going to go ahead and lay down some sequins right here. These are from Buttons Galore and 28 Lilac Lane, and this is the bridal sequin collection. So I thought it was very fitting that I use these on this. And, you know, I would rather have not too much and then not enough in here. So does that make sense? Probably not. I don't want too much sequins. I want it to be able to shake. And sometimes, you know, you make the habit of putting too many sequins in there, and that can prevent your shaker from actually shaking. So let's go ahead and lay this down. And there we go. That looks good. Press down really well so that your little half circles around the frame here are going to hold your shaker sequins in place. And yes, that is just about right. All right, I like it. Pretty, beautiful. Next, I'm going to add this little frame. This came from the Crepe Paper Flourish die cut set. And this entire card, oops, let's watch that. This entire card was pretty much based on this little frame right here. I just really loved the frame, and so I built my entire scene pretty much around the frame. That's showing just a bit right there, but that'll be okay. All right, I'm going to seal that down, and I have adhered this, already had adhered some extreme double-sided tape, and peeled that off, so that's good to go. Next, I have a little piece of cardstock that I trimmed from the Crepe Paper Bloom collection, and I thought this went really well with my card and from the other collection, the Flourish collection. But I wanted to add a little bit of sparkle on here as well, and I'm also going to pop this up with some foam circles too. But before I do that, I have applied some more of this double-sided extreme tape, and this is, I believe, 1/8 of an inch, and I really wanted it to be thinner than 1/8 of an inch. So I have taken my 1/8 of an inch and split it with my trimmer. So it's less than 1/8 of an inch, whatever that dimension is. I'm not going to do the math, but let's go ahead and peel off the lining from the extreme tape. And since we're using kind of sparkly, silvery sequins, I thought I would use the silver foil to foil on here. So I have taken a piece of silver foil. This is from the 3D Foam Creative Embellishment Kit from Scrapbook Adhesives by 3L. And you just simply place your foil shiny side up. Just go ahead and rub it on down. And that's one side. We've got the next. Super easy. And then you just simply peel the foil from the top. Oh, great. That turned out just like I wanted it to. Isn't that pretty? Can you see that? How about, let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah, gorgeous. So now let me pop up some foam circles on the back here. And we're just about done with this portion. All right, peel those off. And then we're going to put this down. I've also taken a butterfly and trimmed it from the Flourish die collection. I think I want to put this just right like that, kind of at the bottom. Anyway, this little tiny butterfly actually came from one of these die cuts. Look at all those, aren't those pretty? And so I just trimmed out the butterfly, added a piece of this double-sided tape. I'm going to peel that off, and this is just going to be one of my little embellishments on the card. And decide where I want to put it. I'm not sure. What do you think? Right there? Do you think that'd be good? Not cover up my shaker too much? Or we could put it up here. I don't know. What do you think? I'm kind of torn. I think down here looks a little better. So we'll just put our little butterfly right there. I've gone ahead and scored both sides of the butterfly and folded his wings up a little bit. So we have a little bit of dimension there. And this is just a very easy, beautiful shaker card that you can put together rather quickly. Probably the most time-consuming part is just to lay down all of the foam on the back side of the of this top panel here. Hope you like it. That's it for the Just Cards video hop from me. I'll have the full products linked in the video description. If you care to do some shopping, you'll have direct links there for you. Be sure you're following at Waving My Wand, and hey, do me a favor and like this video, even though I talk too much and stumble over my words. And if you don't mind, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Good to see y'all today. Come again.